Hi guys, welcome back to the pantry. I am making another budget meal, and so today what I'm going to do for you is I'm making one of my favorite low-calorie, budget-friendly soups, and it's quick, it's easy, and you pretty much just grab stuff that you have in the fridge, so you don't have to stick to every detail of this recipe. You can vary recipes, and it makes it your own. So what I've got here is I don't need a whole onion, but a little more than half of an onion. I like onions, and it's good for you. And I'm going to chop that up, just a nice rough chop, dice it up so I can get that sauteed off. I've got garlic over here, and I'm a garlic fan. I think that's what keeps me healthy for the most part, is garlic, onions, and peppers. Let me get a bigger knife here. And so what this soup is, it's just a quick and easy tomato soup. And yes, I could open up a can of my home canned soup, and that would be quick and easy, and I did make that really reasonably, but I wanted to show you something that you could do for yourself at home. Okay? So, we've got chickens. I've got 4 or 5 cloves of garlic that I'm just going to chop up, and I'm probably going to smash this a little bit. It helps release some of the essential oils that are in there. So, get that. And you just kind of take your knife and smash it along the cutting board a little bit. And it just releases those oils. It's really nice. You could make a garlic paste with a little kosher salt in there. So I've got my garlic and my onions. I've got about roughly 3/4 a cup of shredded carrots that I'm going to use. I've also got nappa cabbage. I love nappa cabbage. There's so many applications for this. I love it in salad. It's crispy and light. It's delicious. And so I only need like 3 of the leaves from this head of nappa cabbage. And I'm going to take a little bit of the core out, but not the whole thing. I don't see a need to waste the whole thing. And then I just kind of roll this up into a cigar and chop it up. Kind of like a chiffonade. And that adds another dimension of flavor, texture, and just is delicious. And a lot of this is for garnish at the end, so this is one of the easiest soups you'll ever make. Okay, I also I still had leftover kale from Christmas. Look how good this stands up. I mean, it just lasts forever and ever. So I'm going to peel that back off of the tough rib, and I'm going to put that in there. We like to add dark greens anywhere we can, and you just sneak it in and nobody cares. And I need healthy and hearty, and this holds up to a lot of cooking, so it's delicious. Okay. And then we're also going to need 3 pieces of celery. Now, I buy my celery 3 bundles at a time. They're organic celery from Costco. And so, breaking the cost down for you, I'm just going to bundle all the vegetables together at about $1.50. These onions were 25 cents a pound. The nappa cabbage was 99 cents a pound, but we're only using a small amount. Carrots and then a piece of kale, yeah. It's going to be a little hard to break it down. So we'll say for all the vegetables, $1.50, and that'll vary from where you are in the country. And I'm just going to chop this up. So it's really a delicious vegetable soup that's super healthy. I'm using 2 cups of chicken stock as well. I've got a large can, it's a 46-ounce can of Campbell's tomato juice. It's just plain old tomato juice. Now, I do quite often like to use V8, and I could have done that today. That would bring the price up. V8 was $2.99 when I bought it today, and this was $1.68 for this can. So we went with that. We're doing budget. We're going to have budget, and we'll drink the V8 on a healthy note. So here's some parsley. It's starting to wilt a little bit, so I'm going to put the rest of it on the dehydrator and preserve that for a later date. It's been sitting out for a little bit anyway, but we're going to chop up a good handful of parsley. This is also another green added into our diet. Parsley is very good for you. Okay. And I will put the recipe or what I've used in the description box so you guys can duplicate it. What I do when I'm watching a video, for people out there, a little helpful hint, if there's a recipe that I'm watching that I go, oh, I'm going to want to make that, that sounds delicious, I will probably stop right there, go get a piece of paper, or if I know ahead of time, have a notebook and write the recipe down as I'm going along. And that's how I like to do it. So, that being said, I don't know if I said I have 2 cups of chicken stock over here, and I'm going to bring you over to the stove now, and we're going to get the soup started. And I mean, it goes quick and fast. Alright, so now I've got you over at the stove. I've got my cast iron pot. I always heat up my pans first before I add the oil, if that makes sense. So I can tell it's smoking hot. I'm going to add my oil. I've got about 2 tablespoons of olive oil now. So I'm going to turn my heat down just a little bit. And I'm going to add my onions and my garlic and let that saute a little bit. So we're going to saute that. And I don't want my garlic to burn. So just quickly, they turn translucent pretty quickly. Now I'm going to add, just when I can smell that garlic, I keep it moving so it doesn't sit on the bottom of that hot cast iron. I love cast iron. I said that in my last video. This is probably the oldest piece I have. It was one of my friend's grandmother's. I call it my bean pot because I always make beans in it, but it's my go-to pan as far as it keeps my size of soup kind of at a manageable level. Now, when I got this pan, or this pot, it was rusty and nasty. I had to re-season it about 3 times, but I re-season my cookware all the time. So, you know, if any of you are interested in that, seeing that done, or knowing how to do it, if you're not sure how to do it, take care of your cast iron. It will last you your whole life. So I'm going to add my chicken stock in now and turn the heat back up because that just brought the temperature of my pan down. This is how fast this soup goes. I'm also adding my tomato juice, whole 46 ounces. What did I say? Yum. It already smells good. Yeah, it's a 46 ounce. You know what I'm talking about, right? And then you're going to drop down your carrots and your celery. It's like V8 soup almost. And your kale. Sorry about that. And your parsley. I'm going to leave my cabbage out of the mix just right now for the most part. So everything else but the nappa cabbage is going down in here. And then I'm going to add my spices and my, it calls for lemon juice also, just to brighten the whole dish up. Citrus always brightens things up a bit. Okay. I love this because I'm going to eat this for lunch. I can have all I want and not feel guilty at all. And it's going to be a wonderful lunch. So, now I need 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. I buy this brand of lemon juice. It's an organic lemon juice. I get it at Costco. So I got 2 tablespoons of lemon juice, and this thing's almost empty. Might as well just use it. It's not going to hurt me. Okay. And I want this has sodium in it. It's 680 milligrams of sodium, so I'm not even going to add any salt. I am going to add a good healthy teaspoon of black cracked pepper that I crack in bulk, so to speak. A couple little dashes of cayenne pepper for a little background. And I also want a couple little dashes of red pepper flakes down on there. And we're going to let this cook. Now, as soon as the vegetables are chopped pretty small, so as soon as they're tender, it's really okay to call it good. I mean, it's delicious. And I believe this recipe, give or take, it serves 8 people. So even if you had big eaters and this served 4, the total cost of this is, it came out to $3.18, but we'll just round it off to $3.50. So if you feed 4 people with that, or you take lunch 5 times for $3.50, my goodness, you're saving a lot of money. So I'm going to bring you back when I'm ready to plate this up, and I'll show you what it looks like. Actually, I'll show you what it looks like now that I've got it all in the pan, or the pot, I should say. It's beautiful. Anyway, you can top this if you want to, like have a little yummy stuff. You could top it with some Parmigiano Reggiano. Parmigiano Reggiano. Anyway, you could top it with a little mozzarella if you wanted to make it more Italian. I mean, there's a variety of things you could do with it, or just eat it like it is. And that's alright, you guys. I'm back. Now this soup has simmered for about 20 minutes. I check the celery because that's the thickest vegetable in there, and I still want a little bit of crunch. So I'm not gonna. I don't want it soggy and mushy because I need some texture in the soup. So. I do want to tell you that because of the high acid content in this soup, you're going to have to do a little tasting. So I just tasted it, and it's still too acidic. And I want to tell you, while you guys were on break, I did do a good around about the pot with honey, just about like that. And this is strictly to taste. I can't give you exact measurements because it depends on the acidic, how much acid is in your tomatoes. So I'm going to stir this up. And, oh, it's nice and hot. And take a little taste before I finish it off. To me, that's perfect. So it took quite a bit of honey. I would say, judging from where the honey was in the little bear, it was up here. So I'm going to say easily a 1/4 cup of honey, and that's okay. So now what I do, I want to get just a minute. I will be right back. I'm going to grab something. Okay, so I'm going to have this for lunch today, and I measured it out. It has about 8 cups in here, give or take a cup. So you can easily say you can feed 4 people for $3.50. I've got a couple little crostinis here. I'm going to dish my, I don't eat big, huge meals, but I'll eat this like 3 times during the day in 1 cup increments easily. So this will be my lunch for this week. It smells delicious. And now I'm going to top it off with some more of that beautiful nappa cabbage. Just like that. And a little garnish over here on the side of parsley. Beautiful. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. Can't wait to taste it. And if you like extra pepper or anything like that, I mean, now's the time. Actually, I'm going to put some on there. Because I do like some cracked black pepper. Get a little pepper on there. And for once, I'm not eating my husband's food. Huh. Get a little bit of that cabbage. I did put half the cabbage in there while it was cooking. So, it adds some extra vitamins and minerals in there as well. It's a little hot. Okay, here we go. Wow, that is so good. It's bright and you can taste all the different vegetables in there. It's absolutely delicious. I truly hope you try this. It is an easy, quick, inexpensive way to feed your family. I mean, this would be a great dinner for 4. You know, with a big loaf of crusty bread or maybe a couple grilled sandwiches, I bet you could make dinner for 4 for under $5 with this soup. So I hope that this inspires you to be budget friendly and figure friendly if you want to. And if you don't, that's fine too. So I hope it inspires you to watch your budget. Try to challenge yourself to use budget-friendly meals when you can to save that money for somewhere else. And I hope you come back. All right, YouTube. God bless.